was the MVP of the Super Bowl last night. Not much of a game, 29-13. Hey, Keith McAvee's here with the Cleveland Regional Jetport. What'd you think of the game last night?
I don't, because I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it?
No.
Well, all right.
No, man. I'm more of an extreme sports kind of guy.
Okay,
all right. I fly.
Now, I see Barry Melton here. Barry, did you watch the Super Bowl last night?
First half.
Yeah.
I sort of watched at it. While doing other things.
It was a terrible. It was like, used to the games from years and years ago were this way. And then we got spoiled for a long time. Now, Nate, did you watch the Super Bowl? You're nodding away over there.
I did, yeah.
Come on up here. Come to the microphone, buddy.
Super Bowl for me and the roommates was mostly snacks and hanging out. And once we realized what was going to happen, second half was just being there.
I think that's most of the United States. Well, while we're at it, Jerry, I don't want to leave you out. Did you catch any of it?
I did not.
Okay, that's all right. That's okay. Seahawks get the win. Well, the other big story in sports, of course, is in Milan, Italy, and the Winter Olympics and the United States with 2 gold medals on Sunday. Now we're a little bit behind as far as the medal count is concerned, but we had the United States figure skating team won gold in the team figure skating competition yesterday. And then big story, Lindsey Vonn, 41-year-old Lindsey Vonn, who tried a comeback, tore her ACL 9 days ago, still competed in the Olympics, but then broke her leg on her run yesterday, was airlifted for the second time in about a week to the hospital, had surgery. She's in stable condition this morning. But Breezy Johnson of the United States won gold in that same event. But let's go to the medal count. The host country, Italy, leads with 9 medals. Norway at 6. Way down there right now. The United States with 2. And South Carolina beat the Lady Vols in Columbia yesterday, 93-50. You heard that here on Mix 104.1. All right. Well, let's officially say good morning. Our buddy Keith McAvee with the Cleveland Regional Jetport. Keith, good morning.
Good morning, Steve.
You brought some special guests here this morning.
I did. I brought the people who keep me in line is what I did this morning. Well, they try to anyway.
It's a long line out to the parking lot usually.
Well, this is a very special group for the airport. This is the Civil Air Patrol, and I'm going to let them explain a little bit more about what they do. But they're an integral part of our family. It's a really good leadership program for young adults, young kids, young people more, the teenage years. And they do a lot of good things. Again, they meet at our airport once a week on Tuesday nights, and then they do some other things for the airport. But again, it's just a really good leadership program. They take care of a lot of kids that do good things. It's much like it's kind of like an ROTC program. That's an auxiliary of the Air Force, and I won't hold that against them. Me being a Marine, but but we still love them. But let them just take them.
Jerry, I do want to begin with you to talk about what is the Civil Air Patrol.
Well, he pretty much covered it. We are a teen leadership career exploration program, is what I say. That's sort of the short answer. The longer answer is we're the civilian auxiliary of the Air Force, chartered by Congress. We are involved in youth development, aviation, promoting general aviation, aerospace education. We have the largest fleet of single engine aircraft in the world, and our goal is serving our communities, saving lives, shaping futures, just little things like that.
Exactly. I got acquainted with a lot of you during the Christmas parade. Keith had the one good idea in his life. Is not bad, but except maybe for his wife, but that was not her idea, obviously. No, but the Christmas parade, and people are still talking about what you guys were all able to pull off for the parade. It was wonderful, Jerry. My longtime friend Barry Melton is here. I believe Colonel Melton, is that right?
That's correct.
Colonel Barry Melton. How long have you been involved with Civil Air?
I started in 1986.
Wow.
So it's my 40th year.
Well, congratulations. Let's talk about local involvement and the partnerships you guys do.
Well, I think that's very important. Steve, you probably know as well as anyone about some of the local partnerships and what we've been able to do over the years, and what we've gladly done for organizations like yours and we did for a long time worked with Operation Christmas Child here in town. I think we hold the record of moving like 35,000 shoe boxes in one day back in the day. So it's a national organization. It is an auxiliary of the Air Force. So we're evaluated by the Air Force, we're funded by the Air Force, and all that's when we wear the Air Force uniform. But we really work more than anything else on the local basis, and we work closely with emergency management agencies and emergency services and things like that. But again, we're most proud of our cadet program. One difference, what Keith was talking about being like JROTC, we are open to homeschool students.
Oh, great.
And that makes a big difference. A pretty good percentage of our cadets nationwide are homeschool cadets. And I've got to throw this in, about 10% of CAP cadets are also in the student body at the Air Force Academy.
Oh,
so, yeah,
wow.
Yeah, so
Wow.
we like that.
A longtime friend, Colonel Barry Melton. Now we're joined by Nate Wilkie. And Nate, tell us how all of these programs benefit children here locally.
Oh, that's a great question. So, actually, I'm going to take it back a little bit talking about the cadet program. I had no idea what Civil Air Patrol was. I'm going to take it back to when I was 13. And I had this one friend who, for about 3 weeks, she would not let me talk to her or even just hang out until she was like, when are you going to come to a meeting? When are you going to come see what this is all about? Because I really love it and you should be a part of it. I was like, okay, fine. We'll just go see what this is about. So I go, and I happened to be on a night where they had visitors, and they, taught us basic things about the program. This is what it's like to wear the uniform, do all the different things. And I was like, okay, this is cool. And then they said, oh, and you can also fly a plane. I was like, ooh, hold on. Okay. Me? They're like, yeah, starting at age 12 in the cadet program, you get 5 powered orientation flights through the Civil Air Patrol as a cadet up until the age of 18, and you get to fly an airplane before you drive a car. It's insane. So that got me hooked. So I do my first orientation flight with Civil Air Patrol, watching the ground go away for the first time in my life. I was like, okay, well, this is pretty cool. And if I can do this as a job, that'd be even cooler. So I get hooked. I stay in the Civil Air Patrol, the cadet program, all the way until I'm 21, all the way up until college. And during that, I get to go to different events, different camps, going away from home for the first time, making new best friends. And in the summer of 2016, I got to solo an aircraft through Civil Air Patrol at one of our flight academies when I was 17 years old. Me and the airplane, and that's it. And obviously, it was certified pilots. It wasn't just, here's the plane, go have fun. Don't, do anything stupid. But through that opportunity, I got to grow in leadership and working with other people and all kinds of different opportunities. And just for me, some kid from the local area figuring out what he wanted to do in life. And it's not just aviation, as Jerry and Barry mentioned earlier. It's also emergency services. So if you've got a kid that, aviation isn't their thing, we've also got emergency services where you can learn to go track lost hikers, downed aircraft, go hiking in the woods, learning survival skills, all kinds of different things. And that's just scratching the surface. So as far as local stuff and opportunities, it's endless. And we do wear the Air Force uniform. We do represent the Air Force in everything we do. But when you join Civil Air Patrol as a cadet, you're not contracted to the military. Do have 10% of our former cadets are in the Air Force Academy and Naval Academy. I know a friend of mine who we were cadets together. He went to the Coast Guard Academy and is doing stuff for them now. But you're not contracted to anything. You can take this as far as you want to and stop it there and use it as a leadership opportunity. And it's really amazing just the different things you have available to you.
All right. Well, hey, I want to bring Keith back. Talk about the Civil Air Patrol at the Jetport.
Yeah, so they meet every Tuesday night at our airport, but we have, I think we may have a little bit different relationship with them than maybe at other airports, because I am, coming out of the military family myself. I see the value of what they bring for the local youth population, the ability to be able to learn leadership skills. But then also, I've got to know these guys on a personal level and know that they absolutely love love the youth and that they love what they're doing. But then also it's kind of a symbiotic relationship in that they help us at the airport do things. They have opportunities at the airport to serve, but then also I kind of goat rope them and bring them into things that we do, like a Christmas float and things like that. And I've gotten to know mostly boys right now, but I think we maybe have a girl or two coming on board. But I've gotten to know most of the boys, and these are just young men who are outstanding, and they all have a lot of potential to be future leaders and things like that. So, one of the things that and if I'm wrong, you guys correct me, but I think if somebody does this program, if a youth does this program, and if they don't want to go to the academy, but if they decide to join a branch of the service, that they can actually go in at a little bit higher rank also using this program. So I just wanted to bring that out there too. But again, great program. We'd love to have you guys come out and be a part of their program at the airport, and just come be a part of it. It's great. And if you're a homeschooler, we homeschooled for a while. Part of what we were worried about was being able to socialize. These are good kids, but then also they're learning good, valuable things that solid leadership.
So, Air Patrol, one of you like to comment on the open house that you guys are going to be having? Yeah, Jerry, you got one coming up.
So open house, April 28th, 6:30 at the Jetport. Come see what we're about.
So that'll just be basically an opportunity to learn more?
Yep, opportunity to learn more, 6:30 to 8.
All right, and we'll remind you as we get closer, but mark your calendars, April 28th. Well, all of you, thank you very much, and thank you for what you're doing. It's wonderful, and they do a tremendous job for Empty Stocking Fund.